What's up, Kisami? How are ya? Tom and Zeus back for another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast. This is technically our first episode. The last one we did was kind of an introduction. I am here with my co-host, Tom. Tom, how you doing?
Zeus, what's up? Hello, Kiss Army. Welcome back for another fun-filled episode. Thank you for joining us again.
Yes. And so what'd you think? We released our little introduction podcast, and what do you think?
I'm thrilled with the feedback. I mean, we've got some people, we got a lot of downloads, a lot of listens, and it's just the start of something huge, we hope. So, and again, like you said, that first episode was a kind of a get to know us. And now we're going to get into some fun Kiss stuff here, and hopefully everybody's going to be on board with it.
Yeah, and the part of this that's kind of it's been a little bit of a whirlwind is trying to get all the electronic and tech stuff done.
Yep.
I have no background in this stuff. You don't have a background in this, so we're trying to learn this as we go. Wait, how do I download this? Oh, how do I convert this into an MP3? Oh, how do I take this video and put it onto YouTube? And so on and so on. And, that part is the grind behind the scenes, but the fun part is this, the talking of.
And I think so far we're doing pretty well. We're up and running on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. We're up on Stitcher. We're on YouTube. We're on Podomatic. Those are all the places that people can find us. We're still having technical difficulties with Google Play. We are working on that as we speak. Our goal is to get on Google Play, Spotify, and recently Pandora also introduced podcasts as part of their platform as well. So that is going to be something coming in the future as well. Yes,
and we will obviously be happy to get some tech support for all you techies out there on Google Play. It's been a nightmare. I just don't get it, but that's for another day.
Right.
We got the YouTube page going. We figured out how to get that up and running. We've got our Facebook page. We have our Instagram page. And of course, our favorite is our Twitter account.
Yep. And you can also reach us at email, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. And as Zeus mentioned, with all the social media accounts, it's Shout It Out Loudcast. Search for us, and we are there. And as we said in our introductory episode, and if you didn't hear that, and if this is your first time hearing us, we want this to be as interactive as possible. Message us, contact us, interact, questions, comments, etc., and we're going to continue to, push us on social media too to get you involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the fun of this, where you sit back and this is two, friends that came up with this idea of just talking about Kiss like we normally do. And next thing you know, we're looking online and there's somebody listening to us from Australia.
Yeah.
In
Scotland, yeah.
You know what?
Amazing.
Listen, we both know it has nothing to do with me and you. It has to do with what we're talking about. And that is Kiss. And that's why you guys are listening to it.
That's right.
Us right now. So, that being said, what's going on in the Kiss world out there, Tom?
Well, first of all, Happy New Year, Zeus, and Happy New Year, Kiss Army. This is our first recording of 2019. And I will say this, in terms of Kiss news, I'm a little bit concerned, to be honest with you, and I'll tell you why. The End of the Road tour opens in a few weeks, at the end of this month. And the only people I'm hearing from is friggin' Ace Frehley. Nobody is really talking about much here. I'm not hearing about anything with an opening band. Is there going to be one? We keep hearing some theories that maybe there won't be one. We saw a little clip online about Paul kind of teasing the new stage. What's that going to be about? But other than that, it's been pretty quiet. What do you think? Do you think that kind of is just them being secretive, or what do you think?
I don't know. I would like to think that they've got something up their sleeve.
Yep.
But I'm okay with not knowing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with, all right, if something happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm okay. I'm still going to go see them when they come around.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'd love to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I don't hold my hopes out for it. And just like the people that are talking about, well, is Peter going to come? Is Ace going to be out there? What about Bruce? Is he? My expectations are I'm going to see Gene, Paul, Eric Singer, and Tommy Thayer. If anybody else comes along, if there's an opening act that I like, great. But if they don't, my expectations are I'll have fun with those four. Yeah, if anybody, wants to dream big, great. But, they're not telling you that. They're not telling you, oh, wait till you see what surprises we have up our sleeve. So, people need to temper their expectations of what's going to happen on this tour. That being said, I'd like to think that they'll have something. I'm hoping for it, but I'm okay if it doesn't.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point about tempering expectations, because when this tour was announced, it's almost as if people were like automatically planning to see some kind of Ace, Peter, Bruce, etc. And you know what though, I'll say this, as I'm talking, I think Kiss kind of brought that on themselves with the Kiss Cruise. I think it's fair and reasonable for fans to expect some of that on the End of the Road tour, because those guys were all on the Kiss Cruise. And from what we heard, it was pretty amazing. So I think, like you said, temper your expectations, but then, okay, it's kind of hard to when Kiss has kind of already teased those former members on the cruise. And a lot of people are like, oh, is this like a rehearsal, a precursor? Are they, working on things so that when the End of the Road tour comes? But like you said, I'm not planning on anything. I am not going into these shows. We're going to 2 shows. We're going to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and we're going to the Garden in Boston. I'm not going into either one of those shows where I'm going to be disappointed if I don't see Ace, Peter, Bruce, etc. I'm not doing that, and I don't think anybody should either. But in the back of your mind, you're like, that Kiss Cruise, they were there. That would be cool,
Yeah, I agree with you, but it's just, and the other part is I'm thinking, remember when they did the reunion?
Yeah.
And they were going to embark on the tour, and they opened up, Tiger Stadium?
Yeah.
Okay. They did a lot of press. They had the, videos, documentaries. They had it. I feel like this End of the Road.
You're making my point.
It's not really prepped out. They didn't really, and Gene isn't really like this. He's usually very methodical about like, this is what we'll do. This is how we'll market it. This doesn't seem to be marketed very well. Yeah. It's almost like they're treating it like a regular tour. Hey, we're touring, and we'll do some, pop-up ads on Facebook, and not really much. There's no, hey, we're going to go on the time. I mean, they had it. What was it on? America's Talentless, whatever show they were on. Yeah. And they didn't even announce it. They had the idiots announce it. I mean, what is that?
No, you kind of making my point where, I know that, some people may say that Kiss isn't the draw that they were and whatever. But you're right. With the marketing genius that Gene is, in with the tireless worker that Paul is, I mean, I don't even think I've seen him on any, I know I'm going to sound like an old man here when I use the word magazine, but I'm not even seeing really a lot, like you said, a lot of publicity, whether it's print.
Well, they're going to be on the, was it not the Family Feud? What are they going to be on? The Price is Right coming up.
Yeah,
Gene was on Jeopardy not too long ago. I mean, these are little spots.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And
it's funny because like I mentioned earlier in my comments, every time I turn around, I'm hearing Ace just spout off, and everything he's saying is not helping his cause. He is not.
What do you mean?
most recently he said that when he was on the Kiss cruise, he's like, "Oh yeah, they called me out to do an acoustic set, and that was it. I performed, never saw Gene and Paul for the rest of the cruise." I was like, "Okay, well, all right, well, what is the point of you saying that? Like, are you He just
insinuating that they're rude?
I don't know. I don't know. But it just you would have thought that Kiss cruise thing would have been, something like a real positive experience, and it doesn't sound like the comments that I read in the interview that I read, I think it was at that expo that just happened recently. What was it, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where he was. I think that's where he was talking about it. And it just kind of, like I said, it just brings back to what you were saying, that you're not hearing really anybody talking. I mean, nothing. I mean, before the holidays, Paul did that ridiculous Facebook Live Q&A thing. where I mean, it looked like an ad for Starbucks because all he did was drink his coffee, and he was, and the questions were totally scripted. I mean, that was, it was garbage.
Paul, do you believe in rock and roll?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, really, and Gene is busy selling dollar bill soda at 7-Eleven. It's like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Again, we love the band. That's why we're here. But what
Humans
the hell?
Drink soda?
Yeah. Right. I mean, what's going on? So I don't know. I'm not sour. I know I might sound like I am. I guess, we love the band so much that we just want so much of them. And it just seems like we're not getting them right now,
Yeah. And then amongst all this is all this Vinnie Vincent drama.
Oh, jeez.
Which, I'll be honest, I was never really a big Vinnie Vincent fan. Invasion. I love his work with Kiss because I think somebody reined him in, and he's a good songwriter.
Yeah,
yeah. And I think his second album is pretty good. Mark Slaughter does a great job, but then he shits all over that album, and he shits all over Mark Slaughter. So I'm like, well, they did a great job. There's some really great songs on that album.
Of course,
if you're gonna shit on that. I mean, what do I want to hear? Like that crazy 2 million notes a second albums that you did on the first. I mean, songs on the first album, like.
Right.
And then he's all over the place. He's going to have a show. No, he's not going to have a show. Oh, we don't know yet.
Right.
I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, he came and went like a breeze in the night there. I mean, he came out. Everybody was all amped up. Of course, everybody was commenting on his appearance. Be that as it may, we're not going to get into that kind of stuff. But he came out, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Vinny's back!" And all of a sudden, it's like, Vinny looks like he got kicked out of another band. It's like, what the heck is
his own band, his own solo act, kicked himself.
Like what is going on with it? But again, listen to who we're talking about. We're talking about Ace Frehley and Vinnie Vincent. Why?
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? But the one that we're not talking about is my guy, Peter. I wonder what the heck he's up to. Hopefully, now the last Peter kind of stuff that I heard was associated with Kiss, where he went out and did the Vault with Gene. At least he saw him.
Yes.
Like, they can be cordial. They can be, whatever.
Yep.
And hopefully if the money's right and they treat him, a lot of times money means respect. They pay him well enough. Right. Maybe he'll come out to the East Coast shows and he'll be a part of that. That'd be great. I would love that.
Yeah, I would love it.
Do a few good songs.
Yep.
He doesn't have to perform the whole concert. I don't expect that. I don't think he can handle that right now.
No.
If he's part of the show, the Eagles did that when they just did before Glenn Frey passed away. They brought out some old members of the Eagles, and they would come out. They were part of every concert. They'd come out for like a 4 or 5 song part of the concert, and that was it.
Right.
There was no animosity. There was nothing there. That's what they came out for.
Yep.
Wouldn't that have been great if Kiss could do something like that, where a couple songs, Peter comes out, a couple songs that Bruce is involved in, Ace is involved, and then they all come out for like the 3-song encore or something like that? Yeah, well, that would be pretty sweet.
I think everybody,
us dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's having visions of the MTV Unplugged, and I just don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know. We'll see.
I know. It's just that's where our expectations need to be kind of tempered and realize that that may not happen before the Kiss wraps it up. So It is what it is, right?
Yep.
So now we are on to what we've been kind of teasing for a little bit.
Yep.
Our first episode, which is aptly titled "Got to Choose," right? And we are calling this, and we've been teasing about the Kiss draft.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tom, do you want to explain what we're trying to do about the Kiss draft and what it means?
Sure. I think this topic itself is kind of what really propelled the idea of a podcast to begin with. So, what Zeus and I...
Let me go. Let's stop you there.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. This Kiss draft, what we're going to do this episode, is really what we and you really got us started about, on this discussion. Like, we should do a podcast about this, because this topic specifically was the one what really got us into a back and forth about, Kiss and what we really got passionate about.
Yeah. So what Zeus and I were talking about was the endless amount of Kiss compilations that are out there. Not just the live albums, but the actual compilations themselves. And all of them contain almost all the exact same songs. I mean, you can run them. You can name probably 10 to 12 songs off the top of your head that are on every Kiss compilation. So Zeus and I would talk, and we listen to Kiss all the time in our car, and I'd be like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Zeus, this particular song, this is probably the best song to never appear on any Kiss compilation." And then Zeus would come back and be like, "Yeah, you're right. I never thought of it. That's not on there." And then you'd come back and be like, "This one's not either." And I'm like, "What if we made a compilation, our own? Each of us made our own compilation consisting only of songs that don't appear anywhere else in the Kiss catalog other than the studio album."
Yeah, so a compilation of non-compilation Kiss songs.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And what we're using as our reference point to make the field even is we're using what is available on iTunes. We didn't want to use Amazon and have somebody say, "Oh, there's this Scottish import edition of Greatest Kiss that has Escape from the Island on it." So we're not. So I'll briefly lay out the ground rules here. So, songs that only appear on the studio albums. Okay, if it appears on any of the live albums, Alive, Alive 2, Alive 3, Alive 4th Symphony, You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best, and MTV Unplugged. If it appears on any of those live albums, it is not eligible for our draft.
Yep.
If it appears on these compilations, Double Platinum, Greatest Kiss, Killers, Kiss 40, Decades of Decibels, Kiss the Complete Collection, and then the 3 versions of the 20th Century Masters.
Kiss Gold?
Yep, Kiss Gold, The Very Best of Kiss, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, and the Kiss box set. Now, the only exception to this rule is that we are not going to be including Kiss icons in the exclusion. If people are familiar with Kiss icons, we didn't have that one in there because that would pretty much wipe out every Ace and every Peter song.
Because they're all listed on those albums.
Right, because that's a 4-disc set of all Gene, all Peter, all Ace, all Paul. So that one we didn't count. So I know you could say we're playing fast and loose.
But hold on. Let me add a little bit more fine print legalese in this.
Yep.
But albums like Alive 2, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, Killers, the box set that had original recordings of new songs,
yep,
those songs can be picked.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So,
and obviously the solo albums are eligible as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best of solos also we checked. We're not picking from best of solos as well.
No. And again, just to be completely technical, iTunes offers a compilation called Kiss the Casablanca Years. And all that is every single Kiss album recorded under the Casablanca label. I don't consider that a compilation. That's almost like an extended box set. So those any song that appears on anything that we just named is not eligible for the Kiss draft.
Now, if that doesn't give you a popsicle headache,
yeah,
this might. So while we get to pick, we came up with something that we're going to consistently do throughout this podcast, and we're calling it the Kiss Draft. Since we're both sports guys, we want to make this competitive. So we're going to do this as like a fantasy draft.
Yep.
So Tom's going to make an album of 15 songs. I'm going to make an album of 15 songs. We can only pick from the songs that we talked about and just explained. And we're going to take turns taking picks. And I don't know what he's picking. He doesn't know what I'm picking.
Yep.
In the end, he'll have 15 songs. I'll have 15 songs. And obviously you can't have the same song on our albums.
Right.
And when this is over, we will post this on social media, and we'd love for you guys to tell us whose album is better.
Yep.
Mine or Tom's.
Yep.
This Kiss draft will be something we'll do for other podcasts and other ideas we're coming up with. So, I think it makes it a little bit more fun, interesting, and you'll notice this, and we didn't really get into this much. You'll notice the differences. We agree on a lot of things, but we probably disagree on more. We have different styles. We have different, tastes in music, politics, sports, all sorts of things. But the one thing we agree, and not to get all philosophical and emotional on it, is Kiss and music. And it can bring a conservative, a liberal, together. It's music.
Yep.
The rest of the stuff is not, something that, needs to be, the way everyone's hyper political these days and stuff needs to go over. I don't care. Put on, God of Thunder live and we'll drop everything and just rock onto it. I mean, music has that power, especially Kiss.
Absolutely. That's right.
So that being the case, Tom, do you have a coin on you, or do I have to get one?
I think I have one.
Oh, do I have to pull out my old euro again that I had last time?
Oh yeah. There you go. Get international. Flip the euro. Let's get international.
Now you're wondering who's the liberal and who's the conservative, huh? I've got a euro in my house. Literally found it again.
There you go.
So the 50, well, let's call that the head.
Yep.
Okay, you want to call it when I flip this in the air?
Go ahead.
All right.
Heads.
Shit. You're up first, my friend.
Well, there is nothing more exciting than a coin flip on a podcast.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that.
We had everybody in the world sitting back going, okay, what's it going to be?
What's it going to be? This is the greatest podcast ever, a coin flip?
Yep. So you're going first. So
okay,
let me get my pen out because I probably won't remember what you've picked, and I'll end up picking the same thing.
Perhaps.
This will be interesting. I'm already pissed because I got a feeling you're going to take what I want right off the top. And you're up first, buddy. So What is your pick going to be?
All right. So you probably know what it is. So with the first pick in the inaugural Kiss draft,
hold on a second.
Oh, here we go.
For our listeners, can you see what I'm saying you're picking? Mind you, we're Skyping.
I can see it.
Is that
You're right.
it?
You're right.
I knew it.
So why don't we do this? Instead of me announcing it, why don't you give us a clip?
The number one pick and first overall in the annual first Kiss draft on Shout It Out Loudcast is... Got it, Tom.
All right.
That's yours. God damn it. So go on. Tell us about it.
All right, Mr. Speed, rock and roll over. This it always comes back to this. Where every time I hear that song, I just say, how did that not become a hit? You know, how did that not become a single? And I know that you had said before that you actually prefer the version on the box set, which is a demo. So that's what makes this song eligible for the draft, is that the original is not on the box set. The demo is on the box set. So that's why it was eligible for the draft. The demo is pretty awesome, I will say. It has a little bit more freedom from Ace on the guitars at the end of each verse, at the end of each chord pattern there. He's kind of a little bit more jangly with his guitar, which I think is awesome. But I love this song, and that is my pick. First one in the draft.
So you think you like the original better than the demo?
Yeah, I think just because I've heard it more. I like the demo, which is rare because most demos are garbage for a reason. They're demos. But I do like Ace's guitar on the demo. Yeah, but I prefer the Rock and Roll Over studio version.
And so I would say I prefer the demo because Ace just seems to take more of a charge with the lead guitar. Yes. You can hear it more and it sticks out.
Yep.
I just find that song to be awesome. It would have been my number one pick. I think it's a real cult hit for Kiss fans.
Yeah.
And it's a real sticking point for us because we're like, how the hell don't they play this? But now it's almost like to the point where it's almost cliche to be like, oh, yeah, Mr. Speed, right?
Agreed.
Well, I'm not going to let us Kiss fans ruin it.
Right.
I still think that song rocks.
Yep.
It's funny because the other day I told you, and you're like, I didn't realize that that's on the movie Speed, the soundtrack.
I'm not kidding. I literally just figured that out the other day.
I mean, it's kind of corny when you think about it. Oh, Mr. Speed on Speed.
Yeah.
But I never knew that song is just unbelievable.
Yep.
And so I my hat's off to you. I think that's a great pick. And good luck to you, buddy. So that's my coming up now will be my number one pick. And you just heard a clip of it.
Oh, boy.
And that's on me. So, but here it is. What do you think?
Love it. It's awesome.
It's kind of in my, it's a year or two apart. Same era, same style. It's All Right off Paul Stanley's solo. I love that song. Love it. I think it rocks. I don't understand how that never made it to any compilations. But for me, that's the best song of all the solo albums.
Yeah.
He's confident, he's boisterous, he's just, it's just Paul at his best.
Yeah, it's great.
I wish that song was on a Kiss album. I thought it would have been, unbelievable to be, throw that in the middle. What? It would go on either Dynasty or Love Gun.
Oh yeah. I mean, it actually has like a little bit. It actually kind of has a little bit of a raw sound where it could almost have gone on like something like Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say. Yeah, because playing that and Mr. Speed back and forth, I would probably say it's somewhat similar.
Yep.
I just think It's All Right is just
great
awesome.
Song. Yep.
Awesome. So that's my number one song. Tom, you got number two. What do you got?
I'm gonna stick with the solo. Almost my number one pick.
Really?
It was almost my number one pick, but my number two pick is going to be off of Ace's solo album, Rip It Out.
Oh, I think we may have to go to the judges on this one, Tom.
What?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Rip It Out.
Go ahead.
Let's see, but I believe Rip It Out. No, I think you might be right. Did I just misjudge that? Or is that on Best of Solos?
Rip It Out might be on Best of Solos, but that's not part of our thing.
Oh. So we're not going to include Rip It Out. We're not going to include Best of Solos.
Nope.
Ooh,
nope.
That changes things a little bit for me.
Yep,
it does. Okay. We'll let it go. Go ahead. Tell me about Rip It Out.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we said that we weren't going to count Best of Solos, so.
Okay.
But Rip It Out, love it. Ace is just absolutely on fire in that song, but I think the thing that makes that song for me is the drumming of Anton Fig. Just absolutely kills it. And the song is just, it's no secret that solo album just launched Ace, because if you look at it, before Ace's solo album, he had one lead vocal, and it was Shock Me. And after his solo album, he had 6 lead vocals on the next 2 albums, between Dynasty and Unmasked. So, just a great song.
And so we'll give you a little clip of a little bit of Rip It Out. Confident. I will give him that. He's confident when it comes to that.
Yep.
And I think that really changed it. It's kind of a double-edged sword because he got so confident, and then that started the riff. Like, hey, I don't need these guys. I can do this on my own.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, that's what kind of, got us into the, where the band has their issues,
Yep.
I don't know why it loves to play It's All Right every single time I go to another auction, but it's so good I don't mind. So my next song I'm going to go with, and there's a little strategy involved here.
Okay.
I've got to go to something that I feel that you might take.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So my second song is going to be a song that me and you really liked, even more so because of the video.
Okay.
Okay? And that's this song right here, buddy. And I wish somebody could see, you guys out there could see Tommy doing this impression of Gene in this video.
Well,
love them, leave them.
And every time we hear this song, we think of the same thing that probably a lot of listeners are thinking of, and that is the clip from Extreme Close-Up when he comes bouncing down the stairs, kicking his feet up, but then the best is in the chorus, he just looks like an animatronic robot there, just slapping the bass. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And it's just, and he does the kick out, then he bows down, he bends down on his butt and 2 knees and gets up.
Oh, it's awesome.
Kicks out his leg, and then he starts doing his, and the lyrics are just great. I just love the riff.
Yep.
I think the video is really cool. And that, which, me and you, I can't wait to do an episode on Extreme Close-Up, because that's what me and you really pushed us over the edge with Kiss, and analyzing them and breaking down stuff and be like, oh my God, I didn't really see this before. And that video really got me liking this song a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also on what I believe is probably their best makeup album.
Okay. Yep.
And that's, Rock and Roll Over. I absolutely love them and leave them. So
rock and Roll Over getting a lot of early love here in the Kiss draft.
Yeah, they got 2 songs in the top 4, right?
That's right. Yep.
And if you really think about it, 76 and 78, that's got all our songs so far.
That's right.
That's the sweet spot. So go ahead, buddy. You're up to number 3.
Number 3 off of Dressed to Kill.
Really?
Yes.
Going old school now, huh?
Yep. Cue up some Dressed to Kill for me.
Okay, and I've got that ready for you, brother. What do you got?
And give me Lover All I Can.
Love Her All I Can.
The box set has a demo version of it, which is really bad.
You don't like the box set version?
The box set version, if you recall, it has a lot of shoop, shoop, shoop. Like it's just terrible.
Had a hard time trying to decipher who sings "Love Her All I Can," because it seems like they're all singing it.
It's Gene, but you can hear the vocals are layered pretty well, where you can hear Paul and Gene. I think
it's more Paul, isn't it?
It's more Paul singing, especially the chorus.
Yeah, the chorus, exactly.
I mean, I guess now that I'm talking out loud, I guess you're right. It's primarily a Paul song, but you can hear Gene, but the chorus is all Paul. But you can hear a lot of layering of Gene in there too. That's the early days of Kiss. A lot of the Beatle influence there. But I love the riff. It's got a nice tight riff, just like a tight song. Real cool stuff.
Yeah. Now we're not, and that kind of brings me up. We're not doing "Kiss My Ass."
No.
Right? Because that technically maybe a Kiss album considered, but I think Anthrax did it, right?
Anthrax did She.
Who did "Love Her All I Can"?
It wasn't on that. I don't think.
Did Anthrax do a cover of "Love Her All I Can"? Is that why I'm thinking of them?
No, Anthrax did She.
No. In general, they
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
we're not counting "Kiss My Ass" because that's not a Kiss recording.
Yeah. Well, you picked a good song.
Yep.
So now I've got to start struggling here. Number 3. I know where I'm going. So for me, one of our rules is that we can't take songs from, greatest hits, live albums, things like that.
Yep.
But we can take original recordings from them.
That's correct.
Right?
Yep.
It's My Life. How the hell they didn't put this on an album?
We have said before, if I recall correctly, that is off the Psycho Circus recording sessions.
Okay.
If
I'm taking your word for it.
If I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, somebody on social media correct me. How the hell did that not get on Psycho Circus?
I don't know. I know Gene wrote it for a different artist, but and it also has that distinction of being the only Gene and Ace duet.
Yep.
Right?
That right there is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. I think that song rocks. It's got the typical Kiss. Yeah, you can get it and go for it in life, and
yeah.
But the song, the riff, Gene should know better. He should have put that on an album. I don't know who talked him out of putting it on an album, but that should have been there. It's a great song.
Yep.
So, buddy, you are up on number 4 for you.
All right. Number 4. Cue up some Dynasty.
Oh, you love that album.
And and give me some Charisma.
Oh. Oh, go ahead. Take it.
The fact that you're making grumbling noises about Charisma.
And it ain't because you stole it from me, believe me.
Did I?
No, you didn't. That's my point. I'm not grumbling because, you took a good song. Go ahead.
No, I know. You're grumbling because you don't like it.
Oh, no, I think you helped me out. People pick my album now just because you took that.
No, that's such a great Gene song. If you listen to the lyrics, it's just like, am I the master of your soul?
Oh,
Like,
just
it's
what
great.
is my charisma?
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Come
It's
on.
it's great. All
You
right.
believe that song off that whole album? You that's like your favorite, isn't it?
Off of Dynasty, yes.
Oh my God. And I know you have this real attachment to that specific album. I just it
remember during our intro episode, that album came out in '79. I was 6 years old, and Gene was my man, and I love that song, and I still love it now. Go ahead, you're up.
All right. So I am going to, again, I'm going with strategy. I'm going to try to go where I think you might go. And I want to take this from you. Probably from one of my favorite albums, if not the favorite. And Tom is giving me the middle finger. But I'm going to steal this from you before you take it. I had to play it up to the last cowbell in that part.
Yeah, that's the first steal of the game. You stole that from me.
All the way.
Yep.
I love this song. And I believe they played it on one of the Kiss cruises.
Oh, okay.
And I found it on YouTube.
Okay.
I love that song.
That would have been awesome.
It's just and now cowbell is because of the SNL skit has gotten a little bit over the top and silly, but I love this song. I just think Gene does an excellent, and just the riff in the beginning, huh?
I'll tell you what. One of my favorite parts of is the very beginning where you can hear Gene counting off. You can hear him under his breath, like kind of screaming.
Really, I didn't pay attention to that much. Really,
start it up again. Start it up again. Just listen to start it up and listen to the very beginning.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
I don't know if he was speaking English when he did it, but since he knows so many languages, but I could hear him doing something there in the beginning.
I think he was just screaming like 1, 2, 3, 4. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you picked that up. But I stole something from you.
You did.
But go ahead. You are up.
All right, let's keep the Gene train alive.
Really?
Cue up some Love Gun for me. My favorite album.
Oh, more so than Dynasty, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I know where you're going.
And give me some Gut Love for Sale.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, in the intro episode, I raved about Love Gun. It's the thing that got me into Kiss. Still love the album. Just a great rocker. And a cool thing about that song, too, I'm not going to have you play it back and anything, but a cool thing about that song, throughout the choruses, there's a little bit of overlay with like some acoustic. So you can hear like Ace ripping or Paul, whoever's ripping, and then like some little acoustic strumming over it, which is pretty. I think it's kind of gives it a kind of a cool sound. But I love that whole album, so I love that song.
Yeah. You just like the lyrics.
What? Have love will travel.
We always laugh about it. You just love that part.
I love
cloud your judgment, buddy.
It's great.
You want to take it, you can have it.
Go ahead.
We've got 2, 3, 4 Gene song. Technically, Love Her All I Can is kind of part of it. And another one, Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. We got a bunch of Gene stuff here. Yeah. Do I stay with that? Or do I got to make sure you don't steal these songs from me, buddy. But then again, I don't think you're going to take any of these songs from me. So I got to give love to the Catman. And I'm going to go with this song, which is, again, from one of my favorite albums again. Here we go. I'm needing some loving, and I'm hot like an oven.
You just wanted to put a cowbell playlist together.
Oh, song rocks. And just Peter's voice is so underrated. I wish he sang so many other songs in Kiss. Like, give him some more rockers. I know he's great in the ballads, but I wish he sang some more rockers. His voice is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I love Mainline. I love that whole Hotter Than Hell album. But that's where I'm going with my fifth song. So that's where we're at, buddy.
All right.
You're up.
All right. I'm going to break the train of makeup songs, but I'm going to get back on the Gene train here.
Really?
Yeah, this song... I love this song because it's probably one of the heaviest, hardest songs. It drives almost like something that Metallica would have put out in the 90s. So cue me up some Revenge.
Really? Well, Revenge is a great album. Yeah, I got Revenge ready for you, brother.
Give me some Revenge, and I just played this for you the other day. There you go. Cue it up.
I see what you mean. That beginning riff.
Yep.
How that could be Metallica-like. Yeah,
yep.
I see what you mean there.
And
Never thought about that until you just said that.
And then the way the song just keeps driving with Eric and Bruce just kind of keeping that vibe going.
Thou shalt not, huh?
I, as much as I love Unholy, I think that's a tremendously underrated Gene song. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the song as well. Just a little too preachy when he's telling some guy, son of a bitch, must be crazy. Settle down, buddy. Settle down. A little bit excited there. So my sixth song, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna really get my album ready to get a little deep and emotional. To people that criticize Kiss and things like that, I would throw 1,000,000 to 1 up there and say, okay, you get me a better singing, lyrics, melody, voice, band than that song. That I would put that up there and be like, they can play with anybody. If they want to go this style, they can do it. 1,000,000 to 1 is deep on many levels. I think it's a great love song. I just think Paul does a tremendous job. I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see them play that in any music. I know that any Kiss concerts, but I know he played that.
Yep.
Didn't he play that in his concert, his own?
Yeah, when he did his solo show, yeah. And it's funny because, like you were saying about Mr. Speed, this song is recently has gotten it's becoming a real popular deep cut amongst Kiss fans, and for the right reasons. It should be.
Oh yeah, it's a great song, and Paul must have been going some real shit back then because it's and the lyrics are just right on point. And I think that makes my album pretty solid, buddy. So we're up to number 7 for you.
Stick with that album.
Really?
Yep. Stick with that album, and give me. Yep.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah. So if people just real quick before I comment on the song, Zeus and I here, we're sharing a screen, so he's kind of navigating amongst the music here. So we're trying to, instead of me and him saying the song, we're trying to kind of introduce it with a little bit of a sound clip. So, but yeah, Young and Wasted. The song is absolutely insane. I mean, Eric Carr and Gene carry that song. I mean, Eric's drumming, Gene's bass. The song is just insane. And then when you get to the chorus, I can't tell if it's Paul or if it's the whole band, but when they start singing the chorus, it's like they're screaming like they're all on fire. It's awesome. And that's my favorite. And that's my favorite non-makeup album, anyway. So that awesome song.
That song is the song that I believe Eric Carr would sing that song live.
I could believe it. Then that actually might be him in the chorus. Shame on me for not knowing, but
he sings that song live.
Yep.
Another song when I saw it live made me like this 1,000 times more.
Okay.
And that is what I would call the, probably best Kiss stripper song.
Oh.
Take It Off.
Oh my God.
I love that song.
Of course.
What was the live Kiss? There was a Kiss DVD that we watched, and just girls would be constantly flashing the band during this song. And
oh yeah.
And I love the lyrics, like this voyeur who's going to a strip club, to get his mind off of stuff, and he just fantasizing about these women, and got nothing to lose but my money and my mind, right?
Let's be serious. This may be the pinnacle of Paul's lyrics. I mean, come on. When you spread a little oil and my blood begins to boil. I mean, well, my mind is getting dirty. Something 11.
Around 11:30.
What? No, but we all know what the greatest line is.
What, when I got in my car and hit the local titty bar?
I want to see some asses shaking to the noise the boys are making.
So we could do this all night with that song and go back and forth with the lyrics. But I told you that my favorite part of the song is, like, at one point it slows down in like the bridge, and like, I know you're dancing just for me. I used to think, and I couldn't understand until I read the lyrics. I used to think that in Take It Off he was saying, I know your pants say just for me. That makes sense. I know your pants say just for me. Yeah, why not? And then I'm like, oh, you're dancing just for me. Oh, but that song, you're right. That is the pinnacle of Paul's sexual innuendo lyrics, right?
Yep, it's the best.
Oh, but I love the song, so I apologize, Mom and Dad, but that song rocks. Awesome. But go ahead, you're up, brother. Number 8.
All right. Cue up some Sonic Boom.
I don't know if I like this.
Uh-oh. Am I stealing?
Go ahead.
Let me see. Where am I here? Yep. Gimme. Yep.
Oh, terrible. But go ahead. Please tell me what is to like about this song.
Are you crazy? Danger me, danger you, danger us?
That sounds so stupid.
Oh.
You know that.
I will say, in all honesty, all jokes aside, that I love the music in that song. I think it's a well-written, musically, I think it's a well-written song. I think it's pretty amazing that they put out like a tight rocker song like that on, because Sonic Boom, I love it. I know you love it. It's got some corny stuff on it, but I think Danger Us, other than the lyrics, I think it's a tight song. I love it.
Yeah. I would take Danger from Creatures of the Night 1,000 times before I take Danger Us.
You
know what? You scared me.
I know.
Because you scared me, I'm going to go next and switch my order up.
Go ahead.
Okay? So I'm going to switch my order up.
Go ahead.
And go here.
All right.
Why does he keep going? I'm not picking It's All Right again. Believe me, fellas. All right. Here we go. so good. Even our mutual friend Jimmy loves it.
Yeah.
And Say yeah. Now they're starting to play this, I heard, in some of their recent concerts. This might be rumored to be in their set list. I would love it. I think it sounds like a great live song. It's just, it's Kiss at its rocking best. Great chorus. And Paul has got such a knack for picking up those choruses, sing along. He's just so good at it.
Yeah.
And I say yeah is just, and if this was released earlier, it would be a huge cult classic on every album. But because it got put on Sonic Boom and no one's really giving the newer albums much love, that it gets, lost in the shuffle. So I'm a big fan of that song.
I tell you what, though, I think as time goes by, I think that song is starting to get the respect that, I think people are paying more attention to how awesome that song is.
Yeah, I wish, and I hope they play it on the farewell tour there. So you're up, brother.
All right.
Number 9.
As soon as I say the name of the album, you're going to know where I'm going. So
go ahead.
Give me some Hot in the Shade.
I know where you're going. Hot in the Shade. I'm going to go right there.
There you go. Give me. Love it. I don't care what people. I love. First of all, I love that album. I know it might have a little bit of filler. It's got a ton of songs on there. Some of them probably could have been cut.
You mean Boomerang wasn't your number 1 pick?
Oh, God, that song is a disaster. That song is a total mess.
I guess there's a spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry, that's not making the list. Maybe if we do a garbage draft, it will be.
Which we might. Go ahead.
That would be a good one. But no, it's got a great chorus. Paul just hitting the peak of his vocals. I know a lot of people don't like that album or probably don't like that song, but I'm a huge fan of it. Always have been.
I think it's a great song. I really do.
Good. All right, good.
I like, but the problem I have with the album itself?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the only ones that isn't remastered. And it doesn't sound as good as the other Kiss albums.
Yeah, it's not remastered because I think they were under a different label because when they released all the Kiss remasters, this was under, I don't know if it was Mercury or, God, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me to think of what it was. But that's why it wasn't remastered. So I think, you bring up a good point.
Yeah, and when they did all that, that was one of the few that didn't.
Yeah.
I think it's a great album.
Yeah.
You know what? If I'm a Kiss fan, I'd rather have more songs and complain about too many fillers than, an album with 9 songs.
Yeah.
I'll take that any day. So, let me go. Where am I going next? I know where I'm going next. So I'm going to pick something that, for some reason, there's something that makes me feel nostalgic about this song.
Okay.
There's, and it's on the box set, but it's on the box set as a demo.
Okay.
And I don't know. I like both versions. Here it is. That's You're All That I Want, by the way.
Yep.
We both know that, Gene isn't really singing that about anything truthful at that part in his life.
No.
The only girl that I really love. But I think it's a great song, and I love when the chorus comes in, and it's kind of strange at the end, towards the, them fading away. It's Paul singing it. The
chorus,
right?
Yeah. It's funny too because I love Unmasked, and it's weird. That is my least favorite song on the album.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
absolute favorite.
Yeah. See, and I love that. I love that we have those differing opinions.
And that's proof right there. Like,
yeah.
I can't stand that album, but I love that song. You love that album, but you don't love that song.
Right.
But that's how it is. And I just absolutely love that song. You're up, brother. So what do you got?
All right. Let's see. Where am I here? Let's bring us back to Paul's solo album.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yep.
Where you going? You're number 10.
I'm at number 10?
Yep.
Okay. Nope.
Oh,
there you go.
The song, the podcast title for our debut.
That's
our
right.
Intro episode. Is that what you want?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so good. Paul's solo album just could have been a Kiss album. Just a great pop rock song, just a great jam, great guitar. I mean, you heard that intro, and it just kicks in, just awesome stuff. Love it. Love everything on Paul's album.
Yeah, and it's just everything that we said about the first two songs, Mr. Speed and It's All Right, wouldn't You Like to Know Me fit right in there with them?
Exactly. Yeah, same exact vibe. Same vibe. Yeah.
Put those together, you'd be like, that is a kick-ass rock album. Yeah. If you started with those three at that era.
Yeah.
But the title, it couldn't come up with something better than that, though. Like, hey, wouldn't you like to know me? You know who I am? I would love to know me. It's just...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, and Paul's not a kind of a cocky guy, but...
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, so where am I going next? I am going to roll around, and I'm going to go with something that that I might believe you might take. And I don't believe it's on any other compilation album, although there is a video for it.
All right.
Yeah, there is a video for it, which I believe was another one that we fell in love with on Extreme.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I'm ready.
I heard they played last Kiss Cruise.
Yeah, by the way, you stole that from me.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that song.
Yep.
I love the back and forth. And, it's, how many times can we say this? Another one of those Kiss, you got to fight, and battle for what you believe in, and you've got it in you. And, is awesome.
How did that not get on any other compilation? That's insane.
And they got a video for that.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And I just think that song rocks. But we gotta, the elephant in the room is what
yeah.
what the hell is Paul doing in the middle? And if I'm a Kiss fan, you know me, I'm probably just as big as an Elvis fan.
Yeah.
What was that Elvis? No. What is that shit in the middle of that bridge that he's doing?
Brutal.
Oh my God. What was that? And you're the one who would always point that out to me too. That no money.
It's brutal.
But then Gene comes in, and especially in the video, and he gets real close up in the camera and says, "Don't need to get wasted." Oh,
yeah.
God, those two going back and forth, rock. Oh, yeah. I love it. That's my 10th song.
Yep.
Now, we're going to 15. So, Tommy, this is your bottom 5, buddy.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Give me, we talked about original tracks on compilations were eligible.
Yeah.
Okay. So, cue up
Lita?
Cue up Alive 2 for me. Yeah, no, we're not playing Lita. There you go.
Oh, terrible.
How can you not love that song?
Because I like it better when it became Hell or Hallelujah.
Oh, see that now? That's it. I'm getting. That's the end of the show. That's awful.
That's Hell or Hallelujah, and much better later on.
All right. No, I've always loved.
What is he again? A 5'2" overweight American man? What does he say?
6 foot hot something. I don't know. Hot look,
shape, bad back, missing tooth American man.
Great.
That is. Hey, we need to come up with some songs. I don't know. Let's come up with I don't know. How about this song, American Man? Oh, that's perfect.
Hey, come on, it's great, and that's not. And we all know that's not Ace playing.
Oh, that part goes without saying.
Yeah.
You can tell it's not Ace's guitar.
No. Great job by Bob Kulick, though. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that.
I like it because it's a simple drum beat and a simple riff. It's one of those. It's like a driving song. Like it just moves fast. You know.
What is your thought about all those songs on Alive 2? Would you rather have they done a couple more live tracks and save those songs for a different album? Or do you like that they throw, 5 tracks at the end of this live album?
No. I think it's ridiculous. They could have been a live version of Mr. Speed. They could have been a live version of Love 'Em, Leave 'Em. They could have been a live version of Do You Love Me? They could have been a live version of Plasticaster. But instead, they gave us Rockin' in the USA. I mean, come on.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So
no, I gotcha. So my next one is, I'm gonna go somewhere a little bit different. I'm gonna, you know what? And this is getting scary. The amount of Gene songs.
Yeah, it's
and
funny.
Where Gene always gets criticized. Oh, he's throwing so many fillers.
Yep.
Or 80s songs that those are fillers in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, if some of those are fillers, some of them are really good. Like this one. Secretly Cruel.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I love that song. It's another one of those. And Asylum was that album that got me right back into Kiss.
Yep.
In the 80s. And
yep.
I absolutely love that song. I love the lyrics. I love the riff. I think Gene does an excellent job on it. And that whole era, I mean, Animalize, Asylum, Lick It Up. He's got some great songs on there. Great songs. And he gets criticized all the time. Oh, Gene wasn't part of the band then. He kind of checked out. Well, imagine if he was focused.
It's funny because
he was focused when he did Almost Human. And what did that get us?
Well, we are gonna come back to that topic that you just brought up at the end of the episode. So,
so go ahead, buddy. You're up, and we're up to number 12.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you have impeccable timing and a real sense of coincidence because you actually just named my next song off of Love Gun.
I know, because I knew you were going to go with this eventually.
Yep.
And here we go. And by the way, that's not me hitting the head. That's Gene. What do you think was going through his mind? Hold on, let's play the song. Wait, I've got an idea. Right as we start, I'm gonna go.
You know what it looks like? When you hear that, that sounds like what Gene looks like on the cover of Alive 2.
Yeah, like he just went through a war and a battle. He's just beaten up, and he's like, "Honey, I'm home."
Yeah. No, I love that song. It's a unique song. Like Ace's solo is like all like it's like noise rock. And it's got like a weird. The song is weird. It's not very Kiss like, and that's why I love it. It's just different. It's Gene. So and it's on Love Gun. So what can go wrong?
But it just almost human. Like I told you, like only Kiss can do this. Only Gene Simmons can do a song almost human. Could you imagine if like Fleetwood Mac, Lindsey Buckingham goes to Mick Fleetwood. Hey, I got a song for you. It's called Almost Human. It goes like this. They'd probably look at each other and go, what the fuck is this shit? You're fucking out of the band with this crap. What is Almost Human? What is this shit? It only works with Kiss. Nobody else could do this.
But you just hit the nail on the head. Nobody wants to listen to Fleetwood Mac right now. All right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm just like, only Kiss can pull off. I'm going to do this song called Almost Human.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And at the beginning, I'm going to go, ugh.
It'd be like, we're going to have a band meeting right now. We got to get rid of this guy. What the hell is he doing? What is this crap? I'm like, before we leave, I've got to go with, I mean, this is like becoming a Gene love fest.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Right?
Yep.
I'm going to stick to a non-makeup album. I'm
Okay.
going to go to that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to a song that, in his heyday would have been a great, great Demon song.
Okay.
I think this song rocks. And here it is. It is. Not for the Innocent. Oh, God.
How is that not on any compilation?
Oh, that song is awesome.
That's great.
I'm going to rip the flesh from your bones. What?
Yeah, it's
great. Are you kidding me? Oh, it sounds so menacing. It just sounds like we're here in your town. Better lock up your daughters, right?
Yeah.
We're coming to your town. It's badass.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to, I still think Gene had a great run in the 80s.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're doing. Yeah, you had some throwaways.
Yep.
But I'm sorry, so did Paul.
Yep.
So I love Not for the Innocent. Love it.
Good stuff.
So you are up, my friend.
I think I'm at number 14 for me.
You are you are not. You are on to number 13.
Are you sure about that? Hold on.
I am. Yes.
Yes. Okay, you're right. All right.
Finally, I'm right. I'm usually wrong on these things.
Cue up. Give me some Unmasked.
Ooh. All righty. All right.
And
I know where you're going.
Right there.
I can read you like a book.
That's right. You know it.
Hold on. I got to do the Carlton dance when I'm going to put this on. The dance for Tommy. You can see me through Skype. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. The chorus of that song is what sells it. I mean, the verses are a little bit tacky, but whatever. Great chorus though. I mean, the album. I love the album. It is what it is. I know it's poppy, and some people don't like it because it's not really rocking, and it isn't. But it is what it is. But I love it. Great song. Great little pop song.
That song gets a lot of love.
Yeah.
I will give you credit. It gets a lot of love.
Yep.
Recently.
Yeah.
People talk about, I've heard other podcasts talk about if somebody else like did that song, they could make a hit out of it. And didn't say, oh, that's a Kiss song. And established musician with a following do that song, they could make a hit out of that.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
That's why it's not a Kiss song.
Pretty much. Yeah, you
yeah.
might be right.
So I'm up.
Yep.
And I'm going to go with my main man. Got to get back to him. And
you got to get back to your boy.
Yeah, my boy. And you know what? The much maligned solo album of Peter Criss. Then they must not have heard this song. Why do I like that song?
Because you were vaccinated by a Victrola needle?
You love that lyric. Love it. I think that song rocks. That's the type of Peter Criss stuff. And it's a great, like, it's a catchy R&B rock type of song. And the amount of crap he gets for Peter Criss for doing that album, I don't understand the logic. Hey, let's do solo projects. Yeah. That means I'm going to do something different. So him doing this type of music, he had the right to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think I've mentioned this to you before. The thing that pisses me off about Peter getting, beaten up by his bandmates is you look now 40 years later and Paul is doing Soul Station, which is
exactly.
Which is fun. That's great if Paul wants to do that. By all means, stretch out your artistic interests, but you were shitting on Peter 40 years ago for doing pretty much what you're doing now.
Yeah. So, and I love the Temps. Big fan. I love that R&B style.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Peter kind of put his own little twist on it. He didn't go, I'm going to do an album of the Four Tops and Motown and Aretha. I'm going to copy them and just do it with my voice. Yeah. Which I probably would have loved, but I'm just saying, like, he went and did his own original stuff and kind of picked up a couple other songs, and did it. From what I understand, Paul's Soul Station there is just him doing covers with a bunch of R&B musicians. Why is he not getting the love? Like, Peter's album, I think, is a good album.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
You know what? In context. We're not in high school and someone goes, okay, let's play Enter Sandman. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to go play, I don't know, Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to play I Can't Stop the Rain from Peter Criss. Like, nobody's doing that. It's got a time and place for everything. I'm not putting that up with the hardest, Megadeth album. I'm putting it up as an album. You can like all sorts of music.
Right.
And I love this, and I love Peter's voice. Yeah. But I think this is his most rocking song on the album.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. So that's Hooked on Rock and Roll. Tommy, you got 2 picks left, buddy.
2 or 1?
2.
No, that was just 14, wasn't it?
That was 13. You keep doing this, buddy. You did this the last time. You were trying to tell me you were ahead. You got 2 songs left. That was
all right. Let's move along. Here. Let's move along. Give me back to Paul's solo album.
Ooh.
Where are you?
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
Cue me up.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. You're going with...
Yep.
Go ahead.
Love in Chains off Paul's solo album. As everybody can see here, we are killing it with Paul's solo album. And for good reason. The album is amazing top to bottom. It's just another great rocker. I mean, it could have been on Love Gun. We've said it a million times. It could have been on Rock and Roll Over. It's just a great guitar. It's like 70s guitar rock.
Yeah, and it's very similar to what I believe, a song you picked earlier.
Which one?
Oh, You Love Me to Hate You.
Yeah. Okay.
I can
see that.
I can hear it in there.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. So I will go with my number 14. And I'm going to go with a song that I feel should be a kind of a, what's the word I'm looking? Montage type song for any championship team.
Oh, no.
I absolutely love this song. I don't understand how it didn't make it, like I said, onto any other compilation, because I think it rocks. The lyrics are great. In the, Kiss, You Can Do It type of music.
Great song.
Yep. Raise Your Glasses. I love that. I always think of some championship, seeing that we're from Boston. All our teams win. That's all we do.
Exactly.
That should be the background of a Patriots victory celebration or something. I love the song. It's one of those, typical Kiss. You can do it, water boy.
Yep.
It's one of those.
Yep.
So, Raise Your Glasses for me.
Yeah, great song. One of the few tolerable songs on Psycho Circus, if I can be honest. Yeah.
I like how you limited that to tolerable.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
All right.
Tom, you're up to your last pick, buddy. Last pick.
All right. Cue up. This may actually be a steal. So far, we've only had one steal when you stole All the Way from me. This may be a steal, so I'm going to have
there's two. You stole Mr. Speed right off the bat.
That's right. I'm going to have you cue up Unmasked.
Oh, I know you're going now. When you said that.
Bingo.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, Naked City, Unmasked. One of the few legitimate rocker songs on there that's really not kind of covered in the pop cheese throughout the entire album. Was that a steal?
That was a steal.
Okay.
I would have put that up. I don't know if I would have made it in. I was having my last pick. I was going to, that is one of my, that I would pick. It was up there, so I'm not sure.
Okay. But that's my top 15.
All right, buddy. So I got to remove that from my list. I got to remove that. Where do I go next?
This is your last pick, 15.
Yeah.
All right. End on a high note.
If I pick this, I know you won't like it. And maybe that's why I want to pick it.
Don't do it.
I think I'm going to do it, buddy. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to give some love.
Now you're making me nervous.
To some of the newer stuff.
No.
It doesn't get much love.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm not kicking an old man down a flight of stairs. What do you mean, don't do it?
I'd rather you do that than what you're about to do. Don't do it.
Stand. Love that song.
Oh, God.
Again, back to the old, you can do it, what a boy. Right?
What is going on with that song?
It's got a couple cliches in there.
You think?
Of the Gene, when he starts to write about the sing, anytime he does anything live, it's, oh yeah! And then Paul's, when the chorus comes back to him, he goes, ooh, when you need me! You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Jay Leno. Yeah, when you need me. I love Stand. I think it's a great song. You know what probably makes it better for me is that when they trade off. I love all trade-off songs.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I think it makes it better. I probably wouldn't like it as much if it was just Paul.
Okay.
Or just Gene.
Okay.
So I will end my album with Stand.
Okay.
Now, we are at the top 15. Before we go down the list and give you some honorable mentions, I'm kind of trying to see. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Gene probably had more of our songs than anybody. He has 7 of yours.
Yeah.
He's got 8 on mine.
Well, there's another huge observation that I would like to make.
Yeah.
Nothing off of Creatures of the Night from me or you.
Yeah, there's not much we could pick from there.
I mean,
well, hold on a second. So when you go to Creatures of the Night, Saint and Sinner, Keep Me Coming, Rock and Roll Hell, Danger is very close, and so is Killer for me.
Yep.
Those 2 were close for me. We didn't pick any of those. We didn't take any song from Destroyer because there's nothing left from Destroyer really to take. Right. Except for Flaming Youth and Sweet Pain. Not that there's anything wrong with those songs.
Right.
I guess I would go there. We didn't have too many non-makeup Kiss songs. You had Young and Wasted, Thou Shalt Not. Dangerous is actually a makeup song.
You Love Me to Hate You.
That's 3. Yeah, I would say 3, right?
Yeah.
I had It's My Life is makeup, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I had A Million to One, Take It Off. I had Secretly Cruel, Not for the Innocent. That's it, 4. But Peter got a couple songs on mine. I don't believe he got anything on yours.
No, he didn't. And
so then that probably will lead us to honorable mention.
Yep. I got a few. We don't have to do the sound clips. We can just kind of
No, I'm not about to. So what are your honorable mentions?
The few that I have come off my second favorite album, Dynasty. I have Save Your Love and X-Ray Eyes.
Good songs.
Yeah, and they almost made it. It was close. And then I was gonna go with hold on, I'm losing my train of thought here. Give me a second. I was gonna go with Good Girl Gone Bad off of Crazy Nights.
I had that in my list.
Oh, did you?
That was in my options, yep.
Oh, wow, right, okay.
That's the number 1 left on my maybe pick.
Okay. And then another my other honorable mention, and this is a legitimate honorable mention, it's not a goof, but I mean, because I know the lyrics and the title, but I love Burn Bitch Burn. I know the song, I know that the title and the infamous log lyric and everything, but musically I love that song, so.
I'm shocked that you didn't pick Hooligan.
Well, that you were just about to bring me to another honorable mention. As much as I like the song, there's nothing on this list that I wouldn't have taken Hooligan over any of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. My picks, Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yep.
I had Only You from The Elder. I do like that song. Yep. Until Paul messes it up at the end. I don't know what he was doing there. I had Paul's solo album, Goodbye.
Oh,
I love that song. I had Peter's Dirty Living off Dynasty and Peter's Baby Driver, Rock and Roll Over. And the song that I bet you most people won't believe that neither you or me had on this. And I really like the song. Just some reason I didn't put it on here.
I can't.
Back to My Baby.
Yeah, I can't believe neither one of us picked that. And I'll tell you, I cannot believe you left 2 Peter songs sitting on your honorable mention list.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah,
it's just and the thing about those songs are, they didn't make our compilation of non-compilation songs.
Yep.
But I'll rather listen to Baby Driver than Hotter Than Hell.
Oh God, yeah.
I'd rather listen to Dirty Living than I Want You.
Yep.
So just because they're not on this top 15,
right?
There doesn't mean I wouldn't put them ahead of other big popular Kiss songs.
Right. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
So we have 15 songs. I have 15. You have 15.
Yep.
Let's put this out on social media.
Yep.
Let's see whose album is favored, buddy.
Okay. We can post
I
that.
apologize in advance that I'm going to smoke you.
I apologize in advance that you will probably get embarrassed with your garbage stand.
We should probably do another poll, which would have been which pick is the worst pick from either one of us.
We can do that too. We can do that
in
too.
the comments section. So I believe, as Kiss fans out there, that what we did with this draft and compilation of non-compilation songs, is like every real Kiss fan at a concert talks about it, and that is, oh, I hope they play this song, but we know they're not going to. I hope they play this song, but we know they're not going to. Wouldn't it be awesome if they played this song? I want to hear from you guys. We both do. Tweet us, Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel. Put down what songs do you believe should be on a compilation? What songs were we right about? What songs were we wrong about?
Yeah, and submit your list to us. We can read them on the air. We like we said at the beginning, we want you guys to be part of the show. So come up with your list. Even if it's only a list of 5 or 6 or 10, it doesn't have to be 15.
We prefer to have it as 15.
Sure.
And we will put them out there and we'll read them, and we will leave it as basically up to you guys to get this stuff to us, and we'll read them on the air.
Yep. And again, our email is shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. That's probably the best way to submit anything, whether it be questions or, like we said, if you want to, provide a list for us to talk about on the next show. And we want that. So stay in touch, get involved. Let us know what you think. You love it, you hate it. Do you love me to hate you? Who knows?
Yeah. So that being said, we can wrap it up. Again, please, we thank you for listening. Please, ratings help us out, reviews, comments, interactions, all that stuff. We'd appreciate it. It's Shout It Out Loudcast, Loudcast being one word. Tom, next week, because this is our first episode, next week we'll answer some of those questions.
Yes.
Start at the end of each podcast, we'll answer some of the questions and interact with you guys. And other than that, buddy, anything to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I'm just going to go out with, my heater's broke and I'm just so tired.
Well, buddy, again, we're very different, right?
Yeah.
You're married. I'm single. You're in New Hampshire. I'm still here in Massachusetts, and I've got a body built for sin and an appetite for passion, buddy. So on that note, I will leave you. So long, Kiss Army. We'll speak again very, very soon, and we'll talk soon, buddy, right?
All right. Thanks, Zeus. See you, Kiss Army.
See you guys.
All right.